Please be seated. Chancellor, graduates, guests and members of the university community, good morning and welcome. I'm Bill Patterson, University Secretary and Director of Governance Support. Graduations are one of the university's most important ceremonies. This year, the university will hold 48 ceremonies, both in Sydney and in Shanghai. On occasion, the university seeks to honour individuals who have made extraordinary impacts upon society through the contributions they have made to the university. Today, the university will bestow an honorary doctorate upon an outstanding member of our community. I would like to introduce to you the official party who are here on stage. Seated at the centre of the stage is Ms. Catherine Livingstone, AC, Chancellor of the University, who will preside over this ceremony. The Chancellor is joined today by Professor Andrew Parfitt, Vice-Chancellor and President, Mr. Dylan Kumberberry, PSM, who will be awarded Doctor of Design honoris causa and also deliver the occasional address, Distinguished Professor Jim McNamara, Interim Dean of the Faculty of Design and Society, who will be presenting graduates. The other people seated on stage are Associate Professor Lynn Sinclair, Chair of Academic Board, Emeritus Professor Desley Luscombe, former Dean of the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building, Emeritus Professor Heather McDonald, former Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building, professors, academics and professional staff from faculties and institutes who've played such a large part in the success of today's graduates. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Ms. Catherine Livingstone, AC, our Chancellor, to formally open proceedings.
In the name of the Council, I declare this congregation of the University of Technology Sydney duly assembled. And on behalf of the University of Technology Sydney, and before we begin proceedings, and on behalf of all of those present, I would like to acknowledge and pay our respects to the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. It is upon their ancestral lands that UTS stands. I would also like to pay our respects to their elders, both past and present, acknowledging them as the traditional custodians of knowledge for this place. In this graduation ceremony, we will celebrate the conferral of awards upon graduates from the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building. Today's ceremony marks a great achievement for the graduates and recognises the support which they have received from family and friends, many of whom are with us here today. So we warmly welcome you, and together we celebrate the achievements of the graduates. I will now ask Professor Andrew Parfitt, Vice-Chancellor and President, to present a candidate for the Doctor of Design honoris causa.
Chancellor, the Council of the University has established the award of Doctor of Design honoris causa to be made to persons who, in its opinion, have made an outstanding contribution to professional practice in a discipline of interest to the University. Chancellor, I present to you Mr. Dylan Kumberberry, PSM. Mr. Dylan Kumberberry is a Yugambeh man who grew up in Minjabera on Quandamooka country. As a Principal Architect and Design Advisor at the Government Architect New South Wales, he is a leading voice in shaping culturally appropriate design for First Nations communities across the state. Over his 30-year career, he has made outstanding contributions to the built environment, sharing his First Nations knowledge to create more inclusive and sustainable design outcomes. Graduating from the University of Sydney with a Bachelor of Architecture in 1990, Mr. Kumberberry was the university's first Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander graduate in architecture. Since 2012, he's held teaching and research positions at the University of Sydney as an adjunct professor and was awarded an Honorary Doctor of Architecture in 2023. He's also a Professor of Practice at the University of New South Wales' Cities Institute, working with academic research to create real change and embed Indigenous ways of working in the making of our cities. Mr. Kumberberry's passion for the health, well-being and prosperity of First Nations communities has led him to teach and lecture nationally and internationally. He is determined to shine a light on the value of First Nations knowledges to deliver better outcomes for the built and natural environments. In 1995, Mr Combermary founded the Merrimer Aboriginal Design Unit in the New South Wales Government's Department of Public Works. He established Merrimer with UTS's now Associate Dean, Indigenous Leadership and Engagement, Professor Alison Page, and architect Kevin O'Brien, to design public buildings in rural Australia that could include and respond to Indigenous needs. Since 2000, Merrimer Design has been committed to helping create architecture that respects Aboriginal culture practices by including communities in decisions about their environment. Merrimer also uses its projects to create jobs and training opportunities for First Nations people. Mr Combermary has delivered several award-winning projects during his long career with the Government Architect New South Wales, how the state responds to country within its planning policies. His most recent project, the Connecting with Country framework, was launched in 2023 as a guide for how to care for country when designing built environments. It embraces the philosophy that if we care for country, country will care for us. Being a leader of First Nations architect-led approaches to community engagement and design, Mr Combermary's work has received numerous awards, including the 2022 Australian Institute of Architects New South Wales Chapter's President's Prize. It is an honour for the University of Technology Sydney to confer Mr Dylan Combermary a Doctor of Design honoris causa. This award recognises his transformative contributions to country-centred urban design and alignment with UTS's commitment to building an inclusive culture. Chancellor, in recognition of his distinguished contribution, I ask you to admit Mr Dylan Combermary, PSM, to the degree of Doctor of Design honoris causa.
So by the authority vested in me by the Council of the University of Technology Sydney, I admit Mr Dylan Combermary, PSM, to the degree of Doctor of Design honoris causa. Congratulations. I now ask Professor Andrew Parfitt, Vice-Chancellor and President, to present the winner of the Chancellor's Award and the other graduates named on the Chancellor's list for 2024.
Chancellor, I would like to ask the Chancellor's Award winner to stand. Chancellor, one of the most important missions of universities is the creation and dissemination of knowledge through research and publication. This university endeavours to foster a climate conducive to research of the highest order. To this end, the Chancellor's Award has been established to be given to the person who submits the most outstanding PhD thesis each year. This award was established by the late Emeritus Professor Peter Johnson, the university's Foundation Chancellor. Chancellor, I present to you the winner of the Chancellor's Award for 2024 from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology, Dr. Clara Liu Chung Ming, for the thesis entitled The Roles Played by Acetylcholine in Cardiac Regeneration, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Associate Professor Carmen Gentle, co-supervisors Professor Joanne Tipper and Associate Professor Christine McGrath, and external supervisors Professor Jeremy Crook, Associate Professor San Lau, and Associate Professor Jiaowei Wang. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Clara Liu Chung Ming. Chancellor, I would like to ask the Chancellor's List recipients to stand. Chancellor, in setting out to identify the outstanding PhD thesis of each year for the Chancellor's Award, the university realised that there would be other graduates whose work would also be worthy of acknowledgement. For this purpose, the Chancellor's List was established. Chancellor, in recognition of their outstanding body of work, I present to you, from the TD School, Dr. Jennifer Amy Binneter, for the thesis entitled Entrepreneurial Attributes During Times of Crisis, the Role of Bullshit Praxis and Other Factors, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Associate Professor Paul Brown and co-supervisors Associate Professor Martin Blimmel and Dr. Jan Groenhagen. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Jennifer Amy Binneter. From the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, Dr. Catherine Louise Franey, for a thesis entitled The Family as Closet, Gay Married Men, Their Wives and Their Children in Sydney 1970 to 2000, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Anna Clark and Co-Supervisor Associate Professor Tamsin Pidge. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Catherine Louise Franey. From the Faculty of Health, Dr. Rakita Louise Smallwood, for a thesis entitled Historical Trauma and Resilience, Stories from Aboriginal Young People in Australia, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Distinguished Professor Kim Usher, AM, and co-supervisors Dr. Suyin Hoare, Dr. Vicky Saunders, and Dr. Cindy Woods. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Rakita Louise Smallwood. From the UTS Business School, Dr. Amy Eleanor Smith, for the thesis entitled From Ethics to Empathy, Understanding Responses to Ethical Dilemmas, Pro-Social Appeals and International Humanitarian Aid, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Associate Professor Natalina Slavinska, co-supervisors Dr. Kane Chan and Dr. Alex Belly, and external supervisor Dr. Rafi Chowdhury. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Amy Eleanor Smith. From the Faculty of Law, Dr. Cameron Leslie Rolls, for the thesis entitled Quarantining Team Glue, A New Approach, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Jolene Riley-Munton and Co-Supervisor Professor Matthew Conaghan. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Cameron Leslie Rolls. Chancellor, the following graduate was named on the Chancellor's list but is unable to be with us today. From the Faculty of Science, Dr. Rebecca Julianne Duncan.
So I now invite Distinguished Professor Jim McNamara, Interim Dean of the Faculty of Design and Society, to present graduates.
Chancellor, I invite graduates in the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building to stand. Chancellor, the UTS Council has resolved that candidates recommended to it by the Faculty Board in Design, Architecture and Building as eligible for awards have completed all requirements of a course of study approved by the Board and have conferred these awards upon them. Chancellor, I now present these graduates from the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building who are here before you to acknowledge the awards for which they have qualified.
So on behalf of the Council of the University of Technology, Sydney, I congratulate graduates on their achievements in obtaining the awards for which they have now qualified. Huge congratulations to you all.
Graduates, please be seated. Chancellor, in the Faculty of Design, Architecture and Building, higher degree research students are critical to our research mission. From sustainable fashion to advanced manufacturing, grand designs to green infrastructure, our research themes transform cities, technologies and society. Our graduates lead transformative change, embodying our commitment to a just, sustainable and equitable future. Our higher degree research students champion ethical practices and deliver a vision for the creative professions of the future. Chancellor, I present to you graduates receiving research degrees. The following students have graduated with a Doctor of Philosophy. Megan Kate Taylor, for a thesis entitled Green Promises, Grey Realities, the Politics of Park Provision in Sydney, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Dr. Philippa Kanamola and co-supervisors Emeritus Professor Heather MacDonald and Dr. Shanaka Harath. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Megan Kate Taylor. Munib Afzal, for a thesis entitled Improving Request for Information Processing in Construction Projects Using Natural Language Processing Techniques, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Dr. Kwok Wei Wong and co-supervisor Dr. Alariza Ahmadian Fad Fin. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Munib Afzal. Linda Buagia, for a thesis entitled Architectural Mismetaphor, the Creative Potential of Conceptual Drift in Architectural Analysis, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Lawrence Wallen and co-supervisor Dr. Linda Matthews. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Linda Buagia. Kathy Liu, for a thesis entitled Information Visualization for Project Portfolio Decision Making and Action Design Research Exploration, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Professor Catherine Killen and co-supervisor Professor Shankar Sankaran. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Kathy Liu. Wuna Tun, for a thesis entitled Advancing HVAC Fault Detection Using Integrated Dynamic System Modelling, Fault Simulation and Deep Learning Framework, supported by a supervisory panel that included Principal Supervisor Dr. Kwok Wei Wong and co-supervisor Dr. Steve Ling. Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Wuna Tun. Chancellor, we will now present to you coursework graduates receiving awards today.
The following students have graduated with the Bachelor of Design in Architecture, Delasa Master of Applied Policy, Alexis Tom Atwood. Claire Jane Clark. Master of Architecture, Lorena Marisol Arango Eskilsen. Ida Araste. Alessia Maria Aspita. Aisha Bari. Narendra Basavala. Nayai Muzaman Chaudhuri. Danica Nicole Cruz. Dulith Thenura Dangula. Martin John Diesendorf. Rosemary Estefan. Tiana Georgie Jeros. Lillian He. Joshua Healy. Abdullah Yusuf Jacobs. Raphael Tian-Ning Lee. Swati Mahajan. Tirin Makboob. Chira Montriwat. Sanya. Nusrat Ferdousi Tarin. Claire Louise Wilkes. Natasha Diana Zagnich. Graduate Certificate in Landscape Architecture, Graduate Diploma in Landscape Architecture with credit, Master of Landscape Architecture, Chi Ho Johnny Chung. Master of Planning, Judith Klassen. Xu Hui. Master of Project Management, Nguyen Huang Thi Din. Saeed Mobasheri. Master of Property Development, Yi Fan Bai. Jeremy Bahadur Chongbang. Katerina Vasiliki Chinelli. Stefan Hastman Nunes de Jesus. Harrison Dormer. Bilal El Helou. Kevin Joseph Gerard Farrow. Emile Gabriel. Aaron Hu. Kelvin Kipritich. Godfrey Chepo Nedlovu. Zhiqing O. Heba Shakir. Ray J. Tan. Graduate Certificate in Property Development, Master of Property Development, Lan Hu. Siobhan Roberts Thompson. Master of Property Development and Investment, Ting Yu Jen. Jutamas Marsh. Tirapat Atta Arun. Master of Property Development and Planning, Gauthaman Aya Durai Tamilselvan. Felicina Rayan Fitzgerald. Kerr Rong Lee. Jesse Megwe Nedereto. Master of Property Development and Project Management, Sanesh Dudhiraj Bugwant. Devdut Chakraborty. Amir Hussain Darvish. Sidhesh Ghosh. Chi Hin Luk. Saga Pokharel. Pratham Srinivas Vasisht. Margarita Anna Marie Tejada. Sina Vojdani. Master of Real Estate Investment, Rugby Kiliusis. Marissa Ann Toto. Master of Urban Planning, Brianna Elliott. Michael Eng. Graduate Certificate in Urban Planning and Design, Master of Urban Planning, Angus Frederick Brooks. Eleanor Susanna Quigley. Wang Thomas Shi. Bachelor of Construction Project Management with First Class Honours, Jet Henry Major Mansfield. Henry Charles Pidcock. Kevin Zhu. Bachelor of Construction Project Management with second-class honours, Jackson Luke Austin. Tong He. Billy Hunter. Carlo Domenico Imula. Aditya Raghu. Jasper Joshua Rudolph Stern. Joey Zaora. Bachelor of Construction Project Management, Vincent Buddha. Tiana Kominos. Ethan Dimitri Dinopoulos. Carl Manalang. Simon Ramsey. Alexander Dawson Rumi. Fatir Ali Tukir. Elliot Thomas van Rooyen. Bachelor of Design in Interior Architecture, Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Hannah Stibill. Bachelor of Design in Interior Architecture, Bachelor of Creative Intelligence and Innovation, Kaylee Ella Ting. Bachelor of Design in Interior Architecture, Evelyn Cedar Atkins. Noriko Baba. Meg Jane Brown. James Stewart Sharnock. Claudia Mary Graham. Charlotte Rose Greenup. E. Gu. Eliza Jane Henderson. Holly Isabella House. Sienna Ella Kerr. Lilia Letzard. Helena Jane Murphy. Madeline Taucher. Xiao Fan Zhu. Bachelor of Design in Architecture, Jessica Victoria Campbell. Alexander Little. Amber Lee Nasser. Olivia Oliveri. Lawrence Quinn. Hock Guan Tang. Xiao Hai Wang. Matthew Xu. Nan Xu. Bachelor of Property Economics, Miles Barata. Hugh Charles Clothier. Taylor Faker. Kelsey Ingram. Michael Kafitz. Harrison James Ross McCourt. Charlton Philip Murray. Sam William Perryman. Oscar Andres Poveda Socha. Felix Roland Cornelius Riedel. Jack Tauti. Gemilang Yulianto. Master of Property Development and Planning, Akshay Prafula Patil. Bachelor of Property Economics, Yen Lee Chan.
Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of graduates.
Well, on behalf of all at UTS, I'd like again to say a huge congratulations to our new graduates, but just as importantly, to your family and friends who've given you their support, love, and no doubt a great deal of understanding during your studies. Finishing a degree or a diploma is a major milestone, and we don't underestimate the hard work and the sacrifices that you've made in reaching this goal. And you should be very proud of yourselves, because your university is certainly extremely proud of you. Now, your graduation is one of the most important moments in your life, and it brings with it both opportunities and challenges. The opportunities available have never been greater. UTS graduates are held in high esteem by employers, not just because of the quality of the education that you've received here, but also because of its very practical nature. Conversely, the challenges in the workplace have never been greater. Scrutiny and the expectations of society are already high and continue to grow. I would urge you all to maintain the highest level of professional and personal integrity. Confront with courage the inevitable ethical dilemmas as they arise, and remember the caution that the behaviour you walk past is the behaviour you condone. But beyond the opportunities and challenges, a graduation signals that you have gained new knowledge. Use it wisely and use it responsibly. Ensure that your impact is a positive one and that you're seen to give, not just to take. And I say this particularly because you're graduates of a University of Technology. And as we all know, technology can certainly be a force for good, but we have to be very alert to unintended consequences. And even more importantly, those applications of technology which are, by design, not benign. There will be times, however, when knowledge alone is not enough, and you'll be required and called upon to make judgments where the answer is not clear. Now, judgment is informed by experience, and particularly the experience we gain when things don't go well. And rather than call them mistakes, we should call them learning opportunities, and I mean that quite seriously. We just take our successes for granted, but it's through our challenges and mistakes that we actually learn and actually build those reserves of judgment on which we can later draw. So never apologise for a mistake, just learn from it. So my challenge to you all here today is to make sure that you make enough space and time to build those reserves of judgment. Turn off the laptop, turn off the iPhone, and just think. Think about the questions you need to ask, think about the answers you receive, and then think about the judgments you're being called upon to make. And I can't stress enough how crucial it is to be able to think. And we all know that the world is becoming more complex, but with careful thought and reflection, and I emphasise reflection, this complexity can be managed. Purposefully thinking through the decisions you'll face and identifying both the intended and unintended consequences is an important career skill, and make sure you make the time to develop it. But finally, we hope your relationship with UTS doesn't end here today. Your career will take many paths and no doubt cross many geographies and will require continuous learning. And certainly your university stands very much ready to help you in your continuous learning throughout your career. So we now welcome you into the global UTS alumni community. Stay involved and stay in touch. And remember, the Alumni Office is your lifelong connection to UTS. So may I congratulate you all again and wish you every success in applying the skills and knowledge that you have gained from our world-class institution. Well done. It now gives me great pleasure to invite Mr. Dylan Commonberry, PSM, to deliver the occasional address this morning.
Jingari Jumbalung, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, distinguished guests, graduating students, their families and friends. I'd like to begin my address by acknowledging the Gadigal, the grass tree people on whose land we are gathered today. I pay my deepest respects to their elders, past, present and future, and any other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. I also want to acknowledge my own family on Yugambeh and Quandamuka country from the Gold Coast and Moreton Bay. Today I want to share some personal experiences that have influenced my views on architecture, the environment, as well as cultural and social values. Growing up in a small community on Minjurrabah, North Stradbroke Island, I have strong memories of time spent living with my auntie and extended family at Mupi Mupi Pa, a traditional camping area also known as 1 Mile, because of its distance from the main town of Gympie, Dunwich. At Mupi, Aboriginal families lived in small houses, typically consisting of 2 rooms with enclosed verandas in the front and back. Fresh water was collected in buckets from nearby creek, and meals cooked on a wood fire oven. Kerosene lanterns provided hardly their lighting in the evening, and we had an outhouse for the toilet. These early years shaped my perspective on sustainability and how humans should protect the environment in everything we do, including designing and building things. If we care for country, country will care for us. Throughout my career, I've had the privilege of working with many Aboriginal communities as a design architect. More recently, our office transitioned to providing design and planning advice to government. In this role, I've advocated for shared decision-making with Aboriginal communities and, more importantly, in identifying projects that have the greatest impact on the country they have responsibility to care for. This led to the development of the Connecting with Country framework, which is a good practice guide that helps us respond sensitively to country when we plan, design and deliver built environment projects. Completing the framework was an incredibly difficult and drawn-out task, made possible through collaboration with many others all working towards a common goal. There were plenty of moments when progress seemed too slow. However, I always believed, as Sam Cooke proclaimed in his classic song, "Change is gonna come." Furthermore, the lyrics of his song deliver an optimistic message that no matter how tough things get, with hope, patience and persistence, the change we wish for will eventually happen. I'm forever grateful to everyone who helped complete the country framework. However, the challenge will be keeping our effort going and to ensure that connecting with country becomes accepted as a normal part of our work practices. So now to you, the graduates. As you pursue careers in design, architecture and building, I urge you to seek out roles that will address the persisting issues of climate change, foster social unity, protect our cultural heritage, promote sustainable building development and safeguard our natural environment. Whatever you do, as mentioned, rewards will come from making good decisions, hard work, patience and perseverance. In closing, let us celebrate today's achievements but also look forward to an exciting future. As the new wave of professionals, you have the potential to create a world that is more balanced, inclusive and harmonious than it currently is. Embrace this incredible responsibility and let it guide you in your chosen fields. Congratulations, graduates, and please never forget that wherever you are, in the bush or the city, you are always on country. Thank you. Chancellor.
Graduations are indeed among the most important occasions in the life of a university, and we're fortunate on these occasions to have some of the most distinguished members of our community speak to us and share their wisdom, the learnings from their career and their advice. Dylan Combermary is an extraordinary leader who has shaped the future of our environments. He shared his journey as how he's shaped his career, and importantly the passion he has to cut through the complexity and make a real difference, including for First Nations people, but for the entire community. His advice to address the key issues and his advice to make good on the commitments that you have through your careers will stand you in good stead for being able to continue that legacy of shaping a future Australia that we all want to see, which is strong, prosperous, inclusive, reconciled and resilient. Would you join me again in thanking Mr. Dylan Combermary for this morning's address?
Chancellor, guests and graduates, that occasional address concludes the formal proceedings of this ceremony. On behalf of the Chancellor, I invite you to join the official party for refreshments. These will be served in the Great Hall foyer and in the balcony room adjoining this hall. The photography, framing and memorabilia services are located on level 4, which is one floor below us. The academic procession is about to leave the Great Hall. As it does, I invite our new graduates to join the procession, which will end in the balcony room. Guests should remain seated at their seats until the procession and all graduates have exited. Guests will then exit via the yellow doors as assisted by staff. Would the congregation please rise for the academic procession?